I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal for how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. Soul bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo! What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, party people? What is good? What's good, party people? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? My peoples is in the building. I see y'all. What's good? What's good? Subliminal 209 was good. Pierre Moise, what's good? Knicks for life, what's good? G Robinson is in the building. 19 comment NYC 84 is in the building. What's good? Delano Steele, Jr., the original DSJ is in the building. Michael Hansen, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Salute. What's good, party people? Annuity 25 is in the building. What's good? Eli M is in the building. Shout out to Sid Miz, my mans. Sid Miz is back. What's good? What is good? Bim! I'm super excited now. My man Sid Miz is in the building. What's good? What's good? I was already excited, ready to talk that noise. You know what I'm saying? But now Sid Miz is here. What? Sid Miz is in the building? What's good? Sid Miz is in the building. What's good? And I imagine the Frank Hive is as well. Ismail Rivas is in the building. What's good? Ismail Rivas is in the building. What's good? It's crazy. I don't know why I insist on doing it to myself. I don't know why I insist on doing like the energy drink thingy. I really don't need it. I don't. But whatever. Michael Hansen is in the building. What's good? Kaiser Saucy, the usual suspect, is in the building. What's good? What's good? White Falcon, where your lineup's at? B, what's happening? You slack. White Falcon, where your lineups and trade scenarios at, B? You slacking this morning. Or is it Uncle Freezy showing up mad late? It's me. It's my fault for showing up mad late. Wow. What's good, man? What's good? Staffer Don is in the building. What's good? Finally some patois. Staffer Don. What guan, brethren? Yo, Kanye Kid is in the building. What's good? Let's go. How about that? Let's go, yo. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had a long night last night, man. Mad long stuff was going wrong left and right. It was crazy. Had a long night, man. Stuff going wrong, man. Everything going with, yo. Whatever I touched last night was a disaster, bro. Whatever I touched last night was a disaster. That's why I ain't really, man, yo, I walked away like, I was like, yo, I better never have a night like this. Not at least for a long time. Staffer Don says, everything good, brother. Hey. What's good? What is good? I see y'all. The Kanye Kid is in the building. Nick for Life is in the building. Michael Hansen is in the building. But you know what, though? Man, I'm ready. I'm ready to get to the nitty-gritty. I'm ready to get to the nitty-gritty, yo. I'm ready to get to the nitty-gritty. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. I've been itching to get to the nitty-gritty, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything I touched in the last 10 hours has been a disaster. I got a smoothie from the little smoothie joint. It was a disaster, bro. Like this morning, my smoothie was a disaster. And it was like $6. Like I paid $6 for this. Man. I ain't no crybaby though, B. That's, you know me. I ain't no crybaby. I'll be like, yo, everybody have an off day. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna be perfect 24/7 except Miss Mocha. Everybody gonna have an off day. Right? But I got some names. I want to talk to y'all about. I'm going to write them down so I don't forget them. What's the other name? I got some names. I'm going to write them down because I want to go through them one at a time. I want to go through them one at a time just so that we don't miss out on the discussion. G. Robinson. Yo, G. Robinson, stop bullying G. Robinson, you know what I'm saying? G. Robinson like, yo, Freeze, that's the Ben Simmons rubbing off on you. LOL. No, LOL, no. Nah, G. Robinson, that ain't funny. You thought that was funny. That ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? Y'all coming in here with the jokes mad early with the jokes and stuff. I ain't even get to the topic yet. And yo, I didn't even get to the topic yet. And G. Robinson is like, yo, I'm coming in guns blazing. And she talking about that's the Ben Simmons rubber. Okay, I got you. Yeah. And DSA says, sounds like Sean Marks in that front office. Everything I touch turns to crap. And it's just been a weird few hours, that's all. T. Williams, yerp, what's good? Stephanon says, no Freeze the joke is Ben Simmons at center. Yeah, I feel you. Shine Cubes is in the building. Yo, Freeze, the AD have to report you as spam if you start the Ben Simmons mess again. Yo, I don't even talk to. Man, listen. I mentioned Ben Simmons one time in a joint, and people won't let it go. What's that song? What's that joint? The Fabulous joint? Something you can't let it go. Something. But I can't let you go or something. That's what it's like. That's what it's like with the Ben Simmons thing. Yo, let it go, bro. I'm right and y'all wrong. I'm right and y'all wrong, bro, and y'all won't let it go. Y'all like, I hate when Uncle Freezy be right. I hate when Uncle Freezy be right. Right? I can't remember the third name. I was in the car shooting a video, and I was like, the three names, it was making me mad. And I just went off one name and put a video out there. Let me see if I can find the video. I'm going to see if I can find the video. Hold on. Hold on, man. Y'all be patient, man. What's happening? Just be patient with the brother. Calm down. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to see if I can find it. Calm down. Let me see if I can find it. I'm working. I'm working here. I'm working, and Caliente Kid, the Caliente Kid is throwing shade at Uncle Freezy. We in the same posse, B. We got our horses at the watering hole, and you throwing shade at me? Come on, bro. Come on, Caliente Kid, man. You on wanted posters together, B. Wanted, dead or alive. Mostly dead. Come on, B. The Caliente Kid is like, even a broken clock is right twice a day. Okay. Kaiser Sauce says, Bum Simmons. Y'all hate us, bro. Y'all hate Ben Simmons. Don't hate on Ben Simmons like that, man. Calm down. Adele Chapman is like the wanted poster. Yo, I promise you, I'm gonna get the. I think I might try to do that wanted poster T-shirt and put it in the store. Hey, Subliminal 209 said Sharif Cooper in the second unit, his vision with some oops would be crazy. His handle's tight, he changes speed, and is shifty. He's shifty, low down, gritty, and grimy, shifty. I don't know if you remember that or not, but I remember that. It's good. Was good. So let me throw out this list of names. It's only 2 on it. The other one will come to me, I promise you. There was a third one. I can't remember right offhand. Oh, it came to me just that fast. Chris Paul. Chris Paul is name number 3 that I'm going to throw mad shade on today. And if you're a Chris Paul fan, you know what? You and I are going to have beef because Chris Paul is about to get mudslinged his way today by Uncle Freezy, right? Right? Because sometimes noise talkers, they talk that noise because they get caught up in the moment, but they don't realize some people hold a grudge. And I don't hold grudges with real humans, right? I don't hold grudges with real human beings, but with NBA players, yes, we hold grudges. Uncle Freezy holds grudges, right? I do. I hold grudges. And name number 1, you are name number 1 for a reason. The first name on the list is Spencer Dinwiddie. No, I do not like Spencer Dinwiddie. Don't try to talk me into wanting Spencer Dinwiddie to be a Knick, right? I do not like Spencer Dinwiddie. Anthony 212, what's good? G. Robinson says, remember when it was an age of tall guards? I think that's shifting now. I can't really name too many guards 6'5" and better that are good. Yo, brother Shaquille Sunflower, what's good? What's good? Right? Yes, Dinwiddie and Cameron Payne. Anthony 212 says he is a Knick hater, referring to Spencer Dinwiddie, right? This start. Frederick, don't start. Frederick. Don't mean I usually don't write stuff down, but I'm seeing a campaign for Cameron Payne, and I gotta address this, bro. I think I might do this in a separate video. Kaiser Salse says, "Yep." Adele Chapman, I swear I thought we were friends, bro. I thought we were like these virtual friends, like being in the same place at the same time all the time, kind of hanging out, you know what I'm saying, vibing. I felt like there was a good vibe going on. But you are stepping to the bad side. You stepping to the bad side, bro. And I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. Hey, I'm calling you out, bro. I remember the first time I saw your thing, I was like, yo, that avatar is fire. The first time I see it had like the baby. He was all cute. He's saying all the dope stuff. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Come on, yo. Don't start with this trolling, bro. Don't start with this trolling. Spencer Dinwiddie. He don't even move like an NBA player. Spencer Dinwiddie looked like the dude that said he was going to fix your transmission in his 8 days past due, 8 days late. Oh, yeah, the part didn't come in. We ran into something. So, bro, why didn't you call me? Why didn't you call me and tell me that you was going to be late? Why did you let me come all the way across town through traffic? Bro, I took 3 buses over here, and I came here with all the money on me in the city, bro. I came here all the way over here in the city. I took 3 buses over here with all the money to get my car, and I get here, and you tell me that my car ain't ready. And Spencer Dinwiddie like the dude, like, yeah, I'll kind of carry the part, you know what I'm saying? The blase blah. That's who Spencer Dinwiddie look like to me. I can't stand him, bro. I can't. I can't stand him, bro. Spencer Dinwiddie look like the dude that is like, oh yeah, your computer running slow? Yo, let me get it, man. I can fix computers that run slow. And I'm like, bro, wait a minute. You want me to give my computer to a total stranger so you can make it run faster? I should just slap you off GP. I should just slap you across the teats off for GP for just suggesting such a thing, Spencer Dinwiddie. Right? Spencer Dinwiddie just looked like a grimy dude to me, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care if y'all laugh, but Miss Mocha is in the other room cracking up to that. So I don't care if y'all laughed at that or not. Miss Mocha is in the other room cracking up to that. And I'm kind of tickled myself. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny myself. Yeah, Miss Mocha is in the other room cracking up. Yo, Kevin Middleton said, I'm still laughing for your take on Luka being a savior. You was right. How Knicks fans add him in the rotation of highlights. Bro, how you the fake Luka? You ain't even a real Luka. You the fake Luka already. Already, you a star. Hang his jersey up in the garden. Bro, he ain't even got a Knicks jersey yet. How about let's get him a Knicks jersey first before we talk about what we're going to do in the Raptors? Can we get him a jersey first? How about that? Hey, Adele Chapman says, Uncle Freezy, do you give credit to Spencer for the next turnaround? No, bro. Right, okay, so now y'all trolling me. It's today is troll day. Subliminal 209 says, Fox was trolling too, but all that means they ready. Hey, hand to the man. Name number 2 on the list is, can y'all tell? De'Aaron Fox. I'm coming, De'Aaron Fox. Just let me finish with Spencer Dinwiddie. Let me finish with Spencer Dinwiddie first. So Subliminal 209, you skipped ahead of us. You read my mind. you read my mind, but yo, yeah, De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, your shade soon come. Chris is in the building. What's good? Danny Lee says, Ben Simmons is a 7-foot Elfrid Payton. Wow. 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 So here's the thing with the Spencer Dinwiddie. I don't knock your path to success. Right? I don't knock your path to success. Don't knock mine. Right? I'm not successful yet, but hopefully we're going to get this Blorange Tears family to about 5,000, 10,000 subscribers. And that's not just a random number or something. I got big things planned. I can't say, though. I got to keep trade secrets, right? But at about 5,000, 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to do something big with the channel. And it'll benefit the Blorange Tears family. Trust me. It's going to benefit the Blorange Tears family, right? We're going to have our own thing. Right? But I'm not knocking Spencer Dinwiddie's path to success. I'm knocking what he did when he got to success. Chef NYK is in the building. Danny Melendez, what's good? What's good? What's good? What I'm saying to y'all is this. DSJ, don't. Nah, man. Hey, let's just listen. We growing in other areas. We're growing in other areas, bro. Trust. I don't care. I don't worry about. Look, listen. Don't compare us to others. You know what I'm saying? Don't compare us to another. We're gifted. Don't compare us to another. Word to the mother. I know y'all heard that somewhere before. So, yeah. So, Chef NYK is right. No Dinwiddie. But here's the thing. Dinwiddie grinded, right? He got his own shoe deal. He did all this stuff. But what he said, what passed his lips, what passed his lips was this. Why y'all rooting for them? They suck. We the real team in New York. We actually win games. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that 2 years ago? I don't know why New Yorkers rooting for the Knicks. They suck. They don't even win games. And y'all still go to their games. And we win games and y'all don't even come see us. Y'all remember that? Yeah, I know y'all better remember that because it was said by him. I don't know why New Yorkers even like them. They don't even win. We win and y'all won't come see us. Y'all remember that David Jackson is in the building? What's good, David Jackson? Anthony 212 said we can't spin the bag on injury players, and I agree. Now is not the time for monumental setbacks or hindrances. Yo, let me shift gears real quick. Y'all remember when it got boring and you would just stand around and just crack on people? So So I was walking around and the dude was like, Uncle Freezy, you fat. You look like an out of shape bodybuilder. I was like, that's okay, because your mama like it. Right? So he get mad. He like, oh, you talk about people mama? You talk about people mamas? Right? So he gonna say, the reason why you out of shape is because your boyfriend working such and such. And I laughed. I giggled, right? I was like, okay, you got me. That was original, right? Right. 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 So I was like, yo. So, I mean, and people walking up because we serious. We serious. You know what I'm saying? We serious, right? We cracking now. We cracking, bro. We cracking. Tell a little back and forth. Dude's saying stuff to me. I'm getting a little crusty. I'm like, okay. So I was like, yo, your girl looked like Sam Cassell in the face. And so everybody laugh, we laugh, ha, 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 ha. And the dude, and the dude says, I look like an outer shape Destro. And I'm like, Destro? I look like an out of shape Destro? Dude says, Uncle Freezy looks like an out of shape Destro. So he won off that just for GP. Hey, Juju 92 was good. The dude says, I look like an out of shape Destro. Y'all know who Destro is? Y'all don't remember G.I. Joe? Remember the bad guy from G.I. Joe? The dude says I look like an out of shape Destro. Everybody start laughing at me, man. All I can do is turn around and walk. All I can do is turn around and walk off. Cause that was I hit him with my haymaker. I said, that's why your girl looked like Sam Cassell in the face. I thought that was it. I was like, yo, I done killed him. And then dude says, I look like an out of shape Destro. And the dudes just bro, that was it. I mean, that was it. I was like, hey, you got me, bro. We laughing, whatever. So anyways, I thought I had to share that with y'all to let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I had to share that, man, because the life the life ain't just. I know, Anthony 212. That's what I'm saying. He killed me with it, though. He killed me with it. I'm like, Destro, this dude put up G.I. Joe. Yo, Manny Ramos was good. He said his girl looked like Cobra Commander. Yo, it's crazy. It was crazy. But anyway, I just said that, man, let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? We be playing, we mess around, man. I got a sense of humor. I can't help it, man. I like cracking on people. I like trolling, but I can take it too, so. But this thing with Spencer Dinwiddie, bro, is real with me, right? I don't like Spencer Dinwiddie because I don't like crybabies, man. Not on that scale. Not millionaire crybabies. Hey, YKTV man says Sam Cassell's a funny looking. Yo, it's funny. It's funny. But the thing about Spencer Dinwiddie though is I wasn't feeling him because he had everything going for him except one thing, and that's the heart of the city. Right? He had everything going for him. Brand new arena, them acid wash uniforms look like Vasco's. They out there wearing Vasco's. Anybody in here remember Vasco? Y'all remember Vasco? Let me see. Vasco jeans, I think it is. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up and yeah, y'all remember Vasco's? Yo, Udoka got the Celtics coaching job. I was Kaiser Soul say, I almost gave you a peace sign. I almost gave you a peace sign, Kaiser Soul say. Yeah, man. But yeah. So the thing about Spencer Dinwiddie is, bro, when you got everything you need, why do you need to pick on the Knicks? The Knicks had won 21 games, right? The Knicks had won 21 games. Why are you worried about what the Knicks doing across town? Right? Y'all playing the biggest borough. Brooklyn is bigger than Rhode Island, I think. Brooklyn might be bigger than New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Come on, man. I mean, some stuff you got to appreciate what you have and just move with it. It's like, to me, it sounded like the Powerball winner that had all the money, all the houses, and all the cars, and then he mad because he ain't got all the girls too. Come on, bro. Tighten up. You got to earn something, Spencer Dinwiddie. I mean, you like the Powerball winner. You got all the money, all the houses, all the jewelry, all the cars, and you mad because you don't have all the girls too? Bro, you can't have the heart of the city. The heart of the city belongs to the Knicks. The heart of the city belongs to the Knicks. You can't have it. The Knicks belong to the streets. You feel me? This love affair with the Knicks is not an overnight thing, bro. It's cats in this chat who pops and grandpops and great-grandpops was Knicks fans. While the Nets was in Rochester and Long Island and East Rutherford and Newark and Brooklyn. The Knicks have always been in this one place, bro. The Knicks have been in Madison Square Garden since 1968. That was before some of y'all were born. Come on. That was 1968. Come on, man. Do you know how long ago that was? Spencer Dinwiddie, you a bum. You a bum, Spencer Dinwiddie, and now you're a free agent. You think you're going to get some love from the Knicks? Nah, bro. If you sign with the Knicks, I'm roasting you every day on the Knicks Morning Drive. Every day. I don't care if you do. I don't care if you score 35, get 17 rebounds and 16 assists. To me, you're a bum. It don't matter. Because you said some stuff you don't say to and about Knicks fans. You don't question our loyalty on some BS from across town. Talking about how can you still be a Knicks fan? Hitting Murphy was good. Was good, Chief. Ismail Rivas, listen. 2 years ago, when Brooklyn was getting their act together, this dude pointed at us instead of pointing at themselves. He was like, they suck. Talk about the Knicks. They suck. How y'all still going to Knicks games? How you a Knicks fan and they still losing like that? They ain't gonna never be nothing. This is Spencer Dinwiddie talking. He could have been classy. He could have been a G and said, hey, they struggling right now, but one day they'll get their act together. But nah. He jumped into a Hatfield and McCoy's on the wrong side for the sake of appeasing his side. Mind you, he was drafted by the Detroit Pistons. I'm here to tell you, sometimes when you see an all-out street ball and you jump in it, you better remember that the side you jump in against don't necessarily have to ever forgive you. And I don't. The ghetto intellect says, once a Knick, always a Knick. If he becomes a Knick, we will love him. No, we won't. G.I., good morning. Good morning, G.I. Good morning. I love the ghetto intellect. He's a peacemaker, right? Because he got some stuff going on. Like I have some stuff going on. Like I have some stuff going on. And I legit have to overcome some of the stuff, right? G.I. too. He shared it with us here. You know what I'm saying? Andy Garcia, Black Rain is in the building. Black Rain is in the building. What's good? But nah, I don't do that once a Knick, always a Knick thing. Somebody made that up and it sounds whatever, but nah, I don't know. No, you're not getting me to co-sign that once a Knick, always a Knick thing, because I remember dudes signing with the Knicks and stealing checks. I remember Clarence Weatherspoon coming here. Soon as he signed the contract, he gained 72 pounds. Y'all remember Clarence Weatherspoon? Anybody remember Jalen Rose? Alon Wise was good. Will Salkin was good. Will Salkin says, would Dinwiddie be able to do something against that man, Trae Young? I don't care. I don't like Spencer Dinwiddie, and y'all not going to turn me around. I don't like Spencer Dinwiddie. And no matter what y'all say, no matter what kind words and facts y'all put in the chat, y'all not changing my mind. I don't like Spencer Dinwiddie. And Spencer Dinwiddie, if you're watching this, good. I don't like Spencer Dinwiddie. Somebody tag Spencer Dinwiddie to this video so he'll know for sure how Uncle Freezy feel, because I don't know if he knows for certain how I feel about him, but tag him in this video so he'll know for absolutely sure how I feel about him. Spencer Dinwiddie looked like the dude that'd be like, "Oh, your computer running slow? Let me get it. And I'll work on it and get it back up to speed." Really, Spencer Dinwiddie? With all my personal information on you, want me to give you my personal computer so you can work on it? You look shady, bro. Freezy, learn to forgive, but don't forget. We could trade him later. Listen. I don't care nothing about Spencer Dinwiddie. Nothing. I don't care nothing about, listen. Nothing. Nothing, okay? Because he picked a fight with us when he didn't have to, when he could have just left us alone. When we were just minding our business. Spencer Dinwiddie chose to be our enemy. And y'all are like, nah, but he okay. I'm gonna grab something to drink real quick. Spencer Dinwiddie chose to pick a fight with us, right? And y'all like, well, that was then, this is now. No, man. Spencer Dinwiddie chose to pick a fight with us. We was minding our business, and he just threw a random shot at us. We was busy trying to figure out why David Fizdale said, "Hey, Moutier, I'm gonna get you right, kid." We're trying to figure out what Moutier? Moutier? You gonna hang your coaching reputation on Emmanuel Moutier? What? This dude's like, I'm gonna turn Lance Thomas into the new Draymond Green. What? Lance Thomas? Draymond Green? What would they catch the same flight somewhere? Is that the reason why they were in the same sentence? Those two dudes just happen to they would be on the same flight going somewhere? What? Hey, Ismail Rivas is one of our G's, right? Ismail Rivas keep it real 24/7, and I appreciate that, right? Behind the scenes, we like, yo, who a G, who not? Like, Ismail Rivas is a G, bro. Ismail Rivas gonna keep it real, and people like, you talking about the troll? I'm like, no, he ain't no troll. The dude just keep it real. He just give his honest opinion. You know what I'm saying? He just, give his honest opinion, But Ismail Rivas says, hey, bro, would you think about trading both picks, 19 and 21, and IQ for the 8 pick? No. Because the production you get from the 8 pick is the same production you're going to get from IQ by himself. Why trade up? Is it an upside play? Because if it's an upside play, like for instance, if Jalen Green starts sliding down the board and the team at 7 says something stupid like Jalen Johnson and Jalen Green is on the board, I'm like, hurry up, take 19, 21 in IQ. Hurry up. I'm like, hurry up, get it to the commissioner. Right? Like, hurry up and get them calls to the commissioner. Right? But if it's just a package that together and move up to 8 and see who there, I ain't doing that. And I feel where you coming from. But I just like to be more certain because I know what I have in quickly, I think. Right? I think I know what I have in quickly, but I don't want to trade him to move up to something that's uncertain. Because think about this. If the guy you're targeting, if all of them are going at 6, now you trade up to 8 for nothing. And then how are you going to replace quickly with the 58 pick? I just don't see it, man. It's a smart It's a smart play. It's a smart play, right? But the uncertainty is there, right? Craig McQueen is in the building. What about Devontae Graham and Miles Turner? Okay. G. Robinson says, maybe the 5th pick? Yes. I still want to see who's there, though. Right? Because if the Jalen's are gone, if Cade, Evan, and the Jalen's are gone, why move up to 5 when I can get the same guy at 19? Because to me, in my opinion, the difference between Kuminga, the Johnson kid from Duke, and what's the other small forward? It's another Kuminga. Scotty Barnes. I think Trey Murphy III is in that category. And I know y'all are going to say, wow, Trey Murphy. Before you judge me or judge him, he was 50, 40, 90 in the ACC. Do y'all like an efficient, a 6'9" shooting guard / small forward, whichever one, a wing player? He's a small. He played a lot of shooting guard at Virginia, but he's definitely going to be a small forward in the NBA, definitely. But he can play both 2, 3, and 4. Mostly 3 with 2 skills. But he could be a small ball 4. I think he could be a small ball 4. I think. I can't guarantee it. I think they can turn him into a small ball 4. How about I put it that way? But I would rather for Jonathan Kuminga can't shoot. He can't score. He's just an athlete. Right? He's just an athlete right now. Learning the game. And in 4 years, he might be Scottie Pippen in 4 years. Scotty Barnes is the same thing. Right? They looked the part. Central casting for the 3 spot in today's NBA. Kuminga in at 3 and 4. They 3/4, right? But I would rather save about $2-3 million and get better scoring punch from Go out of Trey Murphy. Right? He shot 50, 40, 90 in the ACC. The ACC, bro, the best basketball conference in America. Somebody said something about Murphy. Where'd they go? Danny Lee says Trey Murphy is like Brandon Ingram. And I know a lot of people in this chat don't like Brandon Ingram. Y'all don't like Brandon Ingram for some reason. I don't know why y'all don't like Brandon Ingram. What if the Knicks had their own version of Brandon Ingram? Y'all would be hating on him, right? Y'all don't like Brandon Ingram for some reason. Y'all don't like guys that are 6'9", 206, with moves like a shooting guard, right? He moves like a shooting guard. I would say point, but his court vision is not quite there, and he don't create well for others, right? But he can handle it. right? So I was when I first saw him, I was like, wow, this might be Grant Hill. Then I slowed down. I'm like, wait a minute. He's not an elite athlete like Grant Hill. Like he is not an elite athlete like Grant Hill. So don't put him in the same category as a Grant Hill, right? And plus, this cat can score, can shoot, right? The gold standard for your NBA player is 45% from the field, right? 45% from the field, that's excellent, right? That's excellent. That's excellent, bro. 45% from the field on high volume, that's excellent, right? But this dude is shooting 50%. Do you know what type of player shoots 50, 40, 90 in the NBA? Let me give you some names. Larry Bird, Steve Nash, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, 50, 40, 90. And Trey Murphy, mind you, is not barely 50 and not barely 40 and not barely 90. He's obliterating 50. He's obliterating 40. He's obliterating 90. Right? Why would I think about this? Think about this. Why would I trade up to get Jonathan Kuminga, who can't shoot, when I could wait and then draft? I could wait and get Trey Mann and Trey Murphy. Why would I trade? Think about this. So why would I trade up to get Jonathan Kuminga at 5 when I can keep quickly, get Trey Mann and Trey Murphy? Jonathan Kuminga on one hand, right? Emmanuel Quickly, Trey Murphy, and Trey Mann on the other hand. Chief, I knew you were going to chime in and say he'd be a top 5 player if he was. But the thing is, you can't say that in this year's draft because we have limited footage of everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not a conventional season, right? It's not a conventional season. I'm telling you, some of the guys that go in the 20s are going to be better than some of the guys that go in the single digits. Mark my words. Right? Jonathan Kuminga is ranked the 5th best player in this year's draft. And can somebody tell me what type of player he's going to be in this year as a rookie? Somebody tell me what kind of player Jonathan Kuminga is right now. I'm going to look up. I'm going to go to my favorite place. Take a time. What type of player does Jonathan Kuminga project to be? I'm going to use Tankathon. Tankathon is the source that I use for a lot of stuff. Them in Basketball Reference. I use other sources. But for the show, like when I'm live, I mostly use Tankathon because it's easy for me to get to and pull up their stuff. I'm going to show you Jonathan Kuminga, right? Right? So this is Jonathan Kuminga right here, right? The pluses are draft age, 1+ for defensive rebounding, 1+ for assists. Look at all the other stuff, though. Effective field goal percentage, 4 negatives. Field goal percentage, 4 negatives. True shooting percentage, three negatives. Free throw percentage, 3 negatives. And y'all favorite now, 3-point shooter, can he shoot? 3 negatives. Projected NBA 3-point percentage, 2 negatives. Regular 2-point percentage, 2 negatives. Turnovers, free throw attempts, offensive rebounds, right? Why on God's green earth would we invest in a cat that's like that right now? It's twofold. Y'all see it. Yeah, I'm gonna take this down because I don't like, I'm gonna take this down. But y'all see what we look at, right? Chief says Kuminga has a potential to be the best player in this draft. Right. Right. So does Jalen Johnson. So does Jalen Suggs. There are a lot of Jalen's in this draft, right? Is there a lot of Jalen's in this draft? Or does it just seem like it? Look at all this red. And this is stat weaknesses now. Stat weaknesses. Look at that. Look at that. That's all I'm saying. This is what we want. Instead of taking a guy that has proven he can do it in a tough conference. Jonathan Kuminga did this against a bunch of NBA castoffs. He did this against a bunch of NBA castoffs. All I'm saying is buyer beware. Don't let the hype fool you into making the wrong pick. Don't let the hype fool you into making the wrong pick. Just because you got $100 don't mean you should spend that $100 on the first $100 thing you see. How about, let's be smart shoppers. Let's get some quality. Hey, Ismail Rivas, you know what? The Sharif Cooper and Trey Mann thing is interesting to me. If I'm the Knicks, see, I like Sharif Cooper, right? I like his long-term prospect, right? I just don't think Tibbs is going to play a 6-foot point guard. I just don't see that happening. And he can't shoot. Right? And he can't shoot. So I'm going to show you somebody else. Wow! Look at all that green. Wow, the same measure. I'm showing you the same measure. So Chief says, but you want an unathletic Trey Mann who can't finish at the rim at 6'5"? I like Trey Mann's shot making ability from the perimeter. Right? So look at this. My first question I want to ask you is this. When you look at Trey Murphy, do you see any stat weakness that has 4 negatives on it? If you see 4 negatives or 4 positives, point them out. Right? I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think with some of these prospects, we are enamored with Highlight University. Oh, Scotty Barnes has a 40-inch vertical. Yeah. And I like Scotty Barnes, by the way. Chief, you asking me if I want Lonzo Ball? No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. And I never said I don't like Sharif Cooper. I never said that either. That dude Fresh is in the building. I never said that. But what I will say is this. Look at the field goal percentage, 50.3. So that is barely 50. So I'm mistaken there. His field goal percentage is barely 50. So I'm mistaken. So I retract what I said about him barely being 50, right? So it is barely 50%. But the 3-point attempts per game is 43.3% per game, per game or whatever, or for the season. And his free throw percentage is 92.7. So you think Trey Mann is Lonzo Ball right now? That may be true. I never thought about that. I never thought about that comp. That's a good comparison. I just never thought about it. What I'm saying, though, the reason why I brought this up is why would you trade quickly Trey Mann and Trey Murphy for Jonathan Kuminga? Why? Why would you trade quickly Trey Mann and Trey Murphy for Jonathan Kuminga? Why would you do it? Keyshawn says, college basketball is just a money grab. These players need to hit the G League unless they want an education. Okay. No lie. I was wanting to throw shade at Spencer Dinwiddie and then throw shade at De'Aaron Fox, but since y'all changed the subject, so mote it be. I'll throw shade at De'Aaron Fox, Chris Paul, and Spencer Dinwiddie another day. We'll talk draft. We'll talk draft then. Right? But Hinton Murphy is wrong about Trey Mann. Because at this stage of Lonzo's career, I think he might be what he's gonna be. Is there any upside in Lonzo Ball? Is there any upside in Lonzo Ball right now? That's what I know that's an unfair question. It's unfair to ask that. Is a 23-year-old a finished product? I know that's unfair. But based on his, 4 years of performance, you can't speak to it being any other way. This is tough. Kevin Middleton says the backcourt of Quickly and Cooper would get Tibbs fired. Yeah, he won't play them two together. Not for many minutes, unless Sharif Cooper proves that he can knock down shots early. If he could knock down shots early, I think there is always a place for a guy that can knock down shots early. There's always a place on your team for guys that can knock down shots.
Whoa, what's going on here?
What's up? What's up, boss?
Freeze, what's going on, brother? Good morning, brother.
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Blessing.
Spencer Dinwiddie's a punk, bro.
I know he is.
Spencer Dinwiddie is a sleazeball, bro.
Well,
a sleazeball. Nah, I just don't like him.
I don't really. It's funny because he talked a lot of crap about the Knicks, so it's like now the Knicks are interested, but it's because of new regime, I guess. You know, they don't.
Now I'm talking about Knicks fans. Knicks fans are like,
yo, no, he's available. Yeah, he's available. Get him and stuff. I know.
Yeah, they like, yo, he coming off his torn ACL. He should be straight. We should go sign him.
Yeah, he's cheap. They say he's cheap. He's cheap. We should, yeah.
Man,
I'm good on Spencer Dinwiddie.
I'm super good.
There's not many point guard options available like that. You know what I mean?
In the draft, they are.
In the draft, yeah. The draft is free.
Yeah.
Oh, you see all this talent in the draft?
Yes.
Come on,
yes.
Man. We can draft the what's the guy? We can draft the Dinwiddie in the draft.
Yeah, we can draft the Dinwiddie.
He ain't that special.
Yeah.
Good player, but he ain't that special. You can get it for free.
Right. And the thing about Dinwiddie, if he loved Brooklyn so much, how come Brooklyn ain't trying to extend him?
Right.
Brooklyn, y'all love Dinwiddie, re-sign him.
Re-sign him. He's part of the young core that was there before, you know what I mean? The trio got there.
Right. Hey, Dinwiddie, you love Brooklyn so much, re-sign in Brooklyn, bro. You love Brooklyn that much? Re-sign in Brooklyn.
Random, Freezy, so the draft combine is today, right? Or was it yesterday?
It's this week, the entire week.
They said Tibbs is going to be in attendance.
Good.
Well, he should be. He's the coach. He should be.
He should be.
Right.
He should be. Walt Perrin should be in attendance.
He's in attendance too. He's in attendance.
Okay.
I'm sure. I think Leon Rose is too, and yeah. So let's just hope. I know Tibbs gonna have a lot to say. I just want to know what a Tibbs guy is. What is the makings of a Tibbs guy? That's just my thing. That's it. That's just my thing.
I think a Tibbs guy is. When I think about a Tibbs guy, I think Jimmy Butler.
Right. Okay.
That's what I think when I think about it is a Tibbs guy. Right. A dude that's going to give you every ounce of what he has every day. Right. That's what I think. Right. That's what I think about when I think about Tibbs. A Tibbs guy I think about a Joakim Noah.
That's what I think about. Like, most of the Tibbs guys that I think of, not in the league, except for like the younger, like the Timberwolves guys. But yeah, Joakim Noah, Luol Deng. I think of them. I think of the Bulls.
Right. No doubt. I think about how Joakim Noah talked that noise to the Cleveland Cavaliers. You know what I'm saying? Where they had to get him away from the podium. How you remember he was talking trash about the city of Cleveland, and the NBA fined him.
Right.
He was like, "Yo, the city of Cleveland is trash. It smells funny up here.
It's nothing to do with it, right?"
Yeah, he was like, "Don't nobody want a vacation in Cleveland, Ohio." He was killing Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? So, but it is what it is. It is what it is, man. But you know what though? My thing is with Tibbs is you can't leave him alone to his own devices or he'll ruin it.
Right. That's what I fear right now.
My thing with Tibbs is I would prefer to let Tibbs just coach players. No personnel impact whatsoever. When Tibbs said he want a guy, we'd be like, Tibbs, go coach.
Wait, freeze. I'm sorry. My apologies. I have froze for that. When you said my thing with Tibbs, I have froze. Can you just repeat it one more time?
Yeah, my thing with Tibbs is we say, hey, Tibbs be like, yo, such and such. I'll be like, nah, go coach. You ain't making no personnel decisions.
Right.
You ain't about to trade out. You ain't about to trade Zach LaVine. Dude traded Zach LaVine.
Right. He traded for Jimmy Butler for his guy.
Yes.
Guy. I guess a lot of people don't remember that, but yeah.
Yeah.
For his guy on the Wolves. Yeah.
So I'm like, Tibbs, we respect you and all. But when it comes to this front office stuff, leave it to the front office.
Yeah, not in New York, man. He can't do it. He can't do that stuff.
Nah, you can't. Nah, bro, you can't. Nah, bro, you can't. We respect you. But when you are at your very, it's like me and Cully doing a song together. And Cully trying to produce the song. He writing all the lyrics and he's singing the hook. Bro, you gonna do the ad libs and the DJ scratches too? I mean, come on, bro. just write your verse.
Write the verse. Write your song.
Yeah. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. We know you great. We know you great at this one thing, right? And we gonna let you be great at that one thing.
Right. Wait. So let me ask you, Freeze. Let me ask you. Because I think we're on the same page just about for the most part. You would say that. So of course you saw the draft placement. I think it was a couple days ago. Yesterday. Right. Two days ago. So you would. Would you look to move up if you're Leon Rose? Obviously, right? Or you would stay at 19 and 21. You're okay with like.
I'll say it this way. Hey, is that me scratching?
No, I think that's me. That's my fault. I went on mute.
Okay. Hey, you got some headphones?
Yeah, but I don't know how well they work.
Okay. Because when you put your headphones in, because it's StreamYard, it's not your headphones. When you put headphones in for StreamYard, it cut out the background ad libs and stuff. But anyway, but my thing is do I want the thing is, do I want a McLaren? Do I want one McLaren or excuse me, do I want 5 Mercedes-Benzes or 4 Mercedes-Benzes? Do I want one McLaren or 4 Mercedes-Benzes? Right now, I think Cully froze. I think right now, I'm feeling like you asking me if I would trade up in the draft, right? What I would say is I'm asking myself, do I want one McLaren or 4 Mercedes-Benzes? Right? And so right now, I feel like I prefer the 4 Mercedes-Benzes. McLarens are nice, beautiful cars, bro. Beautiful racing cars, man.
Top shelf. That's a top shelf Benz, ain't
it? Bro, you don't. When it comes to race cars, but I just can't see driving a McLaren to my mama house. Her driveway all funny. You know what I'm saying? Then I got to park the McLaren on the street because it can't go up a hill in her driveway like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like all this stuff you got to think about. With you know what I'm saying? But a Benz, you could, yeah.
Right. Take four quality cars, still quality.
Yeah. And it's not like Benzes ain't fire.
Right. Benz is all fire. So I see where you go with that one, and I agree. I'd love to have 4 kids. 4 kids on there. I would love to.
And the thing is with a McLaren though is when you pull your McLaren up, people's like, "Oh, what is that?" You know what I'm saying? But the thing is though, with the Benzes, you still getting quality, bro.
Right.
Hey, G. Robinson says 4 Hondas.
Yeah, 4 Hondas.
Nah, it ain't 4 Hondas, bro.
4 Hondas. Come on. If anything, 4 Hondas would be 4 old veterans. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
That would be veterans that Tibbs loves so much that can't, that's gonna be broken down by the end of the season.
Right.
I don't know. I just think we should get the young talent and add the veteran pieces, man. Like, it's cheaper. Next year was the good free agency. I mean, I just feel like it's looking like they might do some 1-year deals and maybe one max player. I don't know, because the talent is next year. So how do you do it this year? I don't know. But how do you still manage to win? You got to still manage to win to attract free agents in 2022.
Right. And so just to address what the chat is saying, like, how is 19 and 21 gonna be Benzes, right? Bro,
they didn't do their homework.
The picks themselves are not Benzes, bro. And this is the other part of the equation that people don't get. What Walt Perrin does with those picks is what makes those picks Mercedes-Benz.
Right.
Because while it was a super chat. I missed the super chat. Let me go back up here and find the super chat. So Booker 6102. Thank you for the super chat platter. The Knicks will probably only do things in the draft and not make any major signings. They're playing it smart for once. Amen. Right. I agree with you. And Clint Guerrier says, "Can we do some young vets, please? Thank you." The thing is,
go ahead.
The thing is, what I was gonna get at it is this: it's not the pick itself; it's what Walt Perrin does with the pick.
What up, Julian? But yeah, go ahead for you.
So it's like what GM or front office member have you ever trusted to hit a home run pick with draft picks since you've been a Knicks fan?
None.
No, nobody.
None.
Nobody.
That's why I have anxiety now. I mean, I'm excited for the draft, but it's like, oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Right.
And you said it yesterday. You said, I think I was backstage or I was listening. Oh yeah, I was just listening. You said the Knicks always try to do the opposite of what they should do. They try to, I guess, be different. Well, they do the opposite of what a team should really do through the draft.
Right. Like for instance, give you an example. The Knicks have had 1,000 GMs, right? And the only GM that I've ever trusted on draft day, ironically, was Isaiah Thomas. When Isaiah Thomas was the GM, you was like, yo, he grimy. You know what I'm saying? But on draft day, you can best believe he gonna get it right.
You know what's
funny?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, now the other 364 days of the year, he gonna get it wrong. But on draft day, he gonna get it right.
I was thinking about him this morning. That's funny you said that. I was thinking about, like, I wonder, like, Isaiah Thomas. I'm thinking about guys that was players turned coaches or turned GMs. I'm thinking Isaiah Thomas wasn't too bad as a Knicks GM. He wasn't. I mean, he made some, I guess, bonehead stuff, but he had a good. I see what his vision was. I see what it was, but I just didn't think it transpired. But yeah, I think he was a better GM than coach. Obviously,
Right.
better GM than coach.
And Isaiah Thomas's failing was he acquiesced to the fan base. If he'd have just ignored the fan base, he'd have been all right.
Right. You ignore the fan base. You just you draft to produce winning results. You don't draft to please the fan base. Fan base may not. Right. Yeah, they're not always going to be on the same page. Right.
Hey, Ken Guerrier says Thomas can draft but not trade. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
you're right.
Draft.
Yeah, because he acquiesced to the fans. The fans was like, "Get us Marbury" or whatever. And, he like
all those picks.
Yeah. And one of those picks that he traded away wound up being a dude named Sean Marion. Can you imagine what Sean Marion would have did for the Knicks?
Defense, energy, hustle, athleticism, all that.
Yeah,
shooting. Man, he wasn't even a bad shooter. He was a good shooter too, man. Oh,
yeah, man. Hey, what's up, Christian F? And so what I'm getting at is this: when we trust Walt Perrin, when we trust these guys to do what it is that they do what it is what they do. Like when we trust, like when it's time for Cully to write that verse, we're gonna be in the other room waiting. Like, I know, he kicked us out the room. Why we can't stand there while he writing? But he kicked us out the room or whatever. But when he come back in, it's fire, and we know it's gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Our anticipation, we can't help it, but we know Cully does his thing. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. And Walt Perrin will do his thing July 29th.
I wish it was sooner, but yeah.
Yeah, man.
I can't wait, man. That's gonna be a good night. I told you walk away. I trust him though. I'm gonna trust him though. Freeze. I'm gonna trust him. You trust him?
Yes.
Those guys? You trust him? If you trust him, I trust him.
Right. I trust Walt Perrin.
I will say I trust Walt Perrin.
The reason why I say I trust Walt Perrin is because the dude has said names like Darren Williams, Andre Kirilenko. You know what I'm saying? Dude said names like Donovan Mitchell. Dude said names like Rudy Gobert. And they wound up being players. You know what I'm saying?
Those were good players too, man. Those were good players.
Right. So imagine. So if he gets 4 chances, imagine if he just bat 500. If he just bat 500, we straight.
I don't mind. See, you know what's funny? I realized too. Oh, I guess Super Chat. You go ahead. Oh,
so Kent Guerrier says Thomas traded picks that were Nene and Aldridge. I wouldn't mind Thomas brought in as a draft scout. He can see talent, and I agree with that. I agree with that.
I agree. Thomas, he had a vision. Like I said, he had a vision. But yeah, go ahead.
Right, but I can't have him be the main guy.
Nah,
that's my only thing. He can't be my main guy.
Right,
because he brought in guys like David Lee with the 30th pick in the 30th pick in the draft. He picked David Lee.
Then he picked Nate.
Right, he picked Nate Robinson. Yes, he took a Nate Robinson, man. I mean, he took chances on dudes named not Marty Collins. What's the other dude that came in with Marty Collins? Wilson Chandler. Wilson Chandler played in the league for a long time.
I actually like Wilson Chandler. I was mad we traded him. I like Gallinari too.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. So we give Walt Perrin. Not only do we Walt Perrin with 4 picks this year, we got 2 picks next year, right? And we got 8 picks in the 23 draft.
Right.
The Knicks have 8 picks in the 2023 draft.
So we have 19 in the next couple years total, something like that.
It's something crazy. It's something crazy.
We can make something happen, man. We
can make something. How about this? For the first time ever, We can draft our own Devin Bookers.
Yeah.
We can draft our own Spider Mitchells. We can
You
draft
said
our
it.
own Damian Lillards.
You said it, Free. You said we do for that type of player. We do for a special player. Like how Utah got Donovan, Suns got Devin Booker, all these special young players. Memphis got John Morant. We do for somebody like that. You know what I mean?
We do. Yeah, the Knicks are due for our own homegrown talent.
And
now,
go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say every time we mention homegrown talent, people think it's either all or nothing. It's not all or nothing. Because you need free agents, you need drafted players, and you need to do trades, right?
Right.
But the thing is though is the drafted talent is cheap labor. You know what I'm saying? It's cheap labor, so it's
cheap.
Not and I'm not saying that in a way where it's like it sounds like something weird to say. You draft a first round draft pick, he yours for 4 years if you want him.
It's like a was it low risk, high reward?
Yeah.
A low risk, low reward type of thing.
Right.
Like you said, cheap labor. What's the worst that could hurt you? You have a draft, you take advantage. Right.
Uncle Fulio, what's good? Uncle Fulio says 8 second-round picks. Yeah. Primo is in the building. Ken says he drafted Ariza, Nate, Lee, Wilson Chandler, Crawford, etc. Yeah, he
no. Crawford.
He got Crawford in. He got Crawford in the trade.
He got him in the trade. Yeah, Crawford. That was the AD Curry. Yeah. But yeah, Wilson Chandler. Yeah, all those guys I like. Yeah. I like the Ariza too.
Yeah. And so the thing is I'm not pounding the table for a team of like 12 guys 21 and under. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is all these guys that the Knicks fans want to chase the free agency were drafted by other teams once. And they have value now. So why not do the same thing as other teams do? Take a deep breath, take a step back, canvas the room, right? And just do what comes naturally. Just draft a guy that fits.
It's funny, Freeze. I was thinking about it too. It's two alliances. We have me and you that want us to build through the draft. We want them to go right through the draft with all 4 if they can. And you have the people that say, nah, trade all 4. Let's get a star now.
Right.
It's the alliance. Those are the two alliances we have right now.
Right.
It's interesting. I like it though because we got to have these debates. We're Knicks fans. We all want the team to win. It's how we go about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Who's to say that we can't win if we draft 2 guys and then get some veteran pieces like behind them? Who's to say that we can't just get veteran pieces in free agency?
Right.
At the end of the day, like I'm saying, we have the 2022 draft is going to be star-studded. If we spend all the money, I would think this offseason, then we ain't gonna get nothing in 2022. That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
So we add the veteran pieces. They could be on short-term deals. That's what I would think. I would just think that, and then we have money for 2022.
Right.
That's all I was thinking. I don't know. Some people want us to trade right now, but we can only trade for one person. Out of all those free agents, out of all those guys that's been linked to us, we can only trade for one at least, the most, and we're gonna have to give up everything, if I'm not mistaken.
Everything.
Like you just said, Freezy. You just said all the guys that we want were drafted and they have value. For example, if we want a guy like Damian Lillard, and I love Damian Lillard, but I'm saying if we have RJ who was drafted by us, and he has value. That's why he would be included in a Damian Lillard trade. It's a possibility that it could happen. They may have to, because he has value. For the 2 years he played for the Knicks, he upped his value. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why we're having this convo. We quickly has value. That's why don't be sad if he gets thrown in there in a Damian Lillard deal. He may get thrown in there right with the picks. So we topping our whole young core that people like. They just may get thrown in there, and then we may be in trouble. We may have to get a bunch of veterans to balance the team out on cheap deals.
Right. Walt Parent did it. Walt Parent drafted Paul Millsap too, right? So he drafted Millsap, Darren Williams,
Yeah,
Andre Karolinko.
I think Enes Kanter got drafted by the Jazz too.
Enes Kanter. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, you why not let my man pick us? Okay.
Now I got faith. If you got faith in him, I got faith in him too.
Right.
I got faith in him too, man.
Right. It's just about us being patient, man, and riding it out.
I just gotta no stars a championship. Exactly. Yo, they all most of the stars is no, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say they 30 or 31. Damian Lillard about to be 31. His birthday is like either yesterday or a couple of days. He's gonna be 31 when the season starts. I mean, I like Damian Lillard, but I just don't think it's not worth giving up the whole draft capital for him. It's not worth it, man. Someone nice is gonna fall to 19. Thank you.
Bro, it was like this dude, a friend of mine, had a dilemma, right? He had a dilemma. He was throwing a party. A close friend of mine, right?
Right.
Me and him was throwing a party, right? So we came up with this bread. He was like, yo, we're gonna make 5 times our money back, right? So we thinking like, yo, I put this money down, I'm gonna make 5 times this money back. What kind of investment is this? This is crazy, right? So about 2 weeks before the party, my man tells me such and such star. I ain't gonna say his name. Everybody know who it is though. He was a popping dude in the 90s, right? He was gonna be in Colombia, like at a spot like on so our party was Saturday. He was gonna be at a spot near us Friday. And his people was trying, since he out of town way around here, they were trying to find another spot for him to be at Saturday, right?
Right.
And so our party was that Saturday. And so I was like, man, I don't know about this, man. I ain't paying no, you know what I'm saying? We already gonna make 5 times our money back just off that, off the fact that we just throw dope parties. Right? We always get the so the thing is I know certain DJs bring a crowd with them, right? But we always brought a crowd of our own, no matter what venue we got. We always packed out a party, bro. So we didn't need a name DJ to bring his own crowd. We just needed a DJ to have the party be live, to have the party be lit, right? Because ain't nothing worse than a DJ get in there and be entertaining himself.
Don't know what he's doing, right?
Yeah, bro, why you entertaining yourself, bro? We in here, I remember this one DJ, and I'm gonna get back to the story real quick and then move on. But I remember this one DJ had fell in love with this Waka Flocka song, right? And he would play this Waka Flocka song like every hour, and I'm like, bro, you already played the song 3 times. You know what I'm saying? He like, oh man, but that joint fire. To who? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he would play on back to back. He would play the Waka Flocka. He played a Birdman joint, the Gucci Mane joint, and then the Waka Flocka joint, back to back to back. I'm like, oh God, dog. But anyway, the guy, the star, right? I had met him a long time ago. He was a nobody. I had met him a long time ago, right? Anyway, he tell us, like, we meet him on 95. He like, yo, this is what I need. I need half such and such now, and I get the other half after the party. I got to put me up at the telly, you know what I'm saying, and pay for my food. And I was like, what? He was like, you want to be big time, right?
Wow.
I was like, no, I don't need to be big time, right? I don't need to be big time. This ain't my gig. I already got a gig. I'm doing well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need this. You know what I'm saying? But I would like for you to be here.
Wait. So it was the No Hands Walker song. That's what they saying in the chat.
It might have been, yeah. I think so.
Dash?
Yeah. Oh. And it was the Gucci, Wasted. You remember Wasted by Gucci Mane?
Wasted. Okay.
Yeah, and the Birdman joint. I forgot the Birdman joint. I forgot the Birdman. But anyway, I forgot. So anyway, I'm talking to the dude, right? And he was like, yo, do you know, man, I was with the Uptown MCA. I'm such and such and such. And I'm like, bro, that ain't the deal. So my homeboy talked to me, and we wind up doing it. Half, the other half, pay for his hotel stay and his food and his dude food. So we pay for everything, right? And I knew with all the money we spent, we were just gonna break even, right? We're just gonna break even. Now, before this, we was gonna make 5 times the money, right? Right, just for the party. But now we get to charge more and blah, 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 blah. Right? And he's like, well, if we show the people around here we can get him, then all our other parties going forward are gonna be way bigger. And I was like, that don't interest me, man. That ain't the thing that interests me. The thing that interests me is this party right here. It got to be live. Our reputation is on the line.
Right.
Because no, I be at work. I used to be at work, walking down the aisle, you know what I'm saying, going to my cubicle or whatever. And like the ladies would be like, hey, the party gonna be live Saturday? I'm like, girl, you know the party gonna be live Saturday. You know what I'm saying? You know the party gonna be like, come on, it's me, it's Uncle Freezy, man, what's good? She was like, it better be, because I'm gonna get my hair done and my nails done, and my girls are excited, and my cousin coming in from out of town. And I was like, yo, and it's gonna be live too. It's gonna be live. You know what I'm saying? And I go in the bathroom. I'll be trying to sneak in the bathroom to go pee, and someone just heard me get back to my cube, and dudes be in the bathroom like, yo, Uncle Freezy, yo, you got to get me in VIP. I'm like, bro, you know who VIP reserved for. You're like, man, why you always be trying to hook up the dope boys? And calm down. You don't know what they doing, bro. The VIP is for people with money. Either you have it or you don't. So either you have it or you don't. Don't be telling me who to put in there. I ain't the police. I don't do that. I don't judge nobody, right? I'm just saying the VIP is for very important people. You know what I'm saying? Not that you not important, but the VIP is for very important. So they're like, come on, man, you got this. Yo, let me just pay half and I'll pay you the other. No. So anyway, the dude come, the party is live, right? The party live. He bring like 50 dudes with him, right? I'm like, oh my God, these dudes. And I got to pay for so they drink it for free. You know what I'm saying? All his boys. So in the grand scheme of things, think about all this money that we paid for this dude, right? For this star. And he turned the party out. Whatever. He turned the party out or whatever. Right? But at the end of the day, we came out dead even. I got the money back that I put into it. So basically, the dude came in. So basically, it was not a good investment for me. I was at the same place that I was after I acquired the star. So I acquired the star. He brought all this stuff with him and blah, blah, blah. And but the day after, I broke even. Chat. Real King, do you understand? Real King, do you understand what I'm saying to y'all? Think of Real King. Think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying.
I mean, you stayed the same. You didn't get nowhere.
Right. The big star. He was in Colombia on Friday. The next day, he brought all his people with him. The next day to our party, it was live. I paid him half up front. We met him on 95 again. Paid him half in cash. Trust this dude. We had paperwork, but we had paperwork, right? We don't play. So we all the paperwork, except the signatures and stuff, because if he didn't show, he was gonna get this, but he was also gonna get dragged to court. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we go through all this stuff, last minute, all this stuff, and we broke absolutely even. Absolutely even. And chat. So I went through this whole thing for the last 15 minutes, right? To say is Damian Lillard worth y'all breaking even?
He would be, yeah. I mean, no, I'm not saying, yeah. I'm just saying, yeah, exactly. Is he worth it?
Is Damian Lillard worth breaking even?
Some
Y'all
say
think,
yeah, some say no.
right?
I like him, but I say no. Let's just do it the right way, man. You gotta be patient, man.
Right.
I will say.
Oh, go ahead.
No. I mean, I will say though. I know. Everybody wants to win though. I want us to win too, though. You know what I mean? But we gotta be patient. I mean, I don't know what it would happen if we give up all 4 picks and we just get Dame. You know what I mean? Any of those guys, all those guys that we want, at least majority of them we have to trade for. So I don't know what it's gonna be like, man. I don't know.
Right, and so what I'm telling the chat is, I jumped through all these hoops to get a star to come to the party, and he rocked the party. Now the party was live. I still go. I see some of them. That was like 15. No, that was 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago, right? 10, 11 years ago, right? I go out places, girls still like, yo, Uncle Freezy, you remember? And I'm like, yo, yes, for one, yes, I do remember the party. Yes, I was there, remember? You know what I'm saying? It was me and my homeboy party. And some people still talk about that right now, right? Still talking about that party. But bro, I didn't make a dime. Cully, when I tell you I did not make a dime, I did not make a nickel and 5 pennies, bro, off of that. Because I broke absolutely even down to the dollar. I broke even, bro. So was star chasing worth it for me in that case? No, it was not.
Like, it wasn't worth it. Pretty much, it just wasn't worth it.
Right.
We had a good party. You had a good party, but it wasn't. You know what I mean?
But we couldn't parlay it into anything else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We couldn't parlay because I didn't make any money, and now I can't take money out of my household to take a risk like that. You know, I ain't doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The risk would be considered like a salary cap.
Yeah. So when people ask me like, yo, what do you have against star chasing? That's what I have against star chasing. Because if it don't work out, if you don't get the desired come up, you don't have any resources to do anything else.
The thing is, it doesn't. I don't know if it hasn't. It just hasn't worked well for the Knicks. That's what it is. It hasn't worked well for us. Never, because it was never done the right way.
Right, and then Cullen, and so the thing is, right. So I'm gonna tell you. So I got on the mic. I got the DJ. Well, yo, what is it with DJs and these microphones, bro? DJ, you work on that night. You working for me, bro? Give me the microphone. Stop playing. Right. Yo, what you gonna say on the microphone, bro? This ain't your building. This ain't your building.
Say on the microphone. What?
Yes, dude. And listen, the dude is good. The dude was good. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. We didn't get the one that entertained itself. The one that kept playing Waka Flocka. We got another dude that the girls like. The girl, you know what I'm saying? Because this is, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I know dudes don't dance, right? I know dudes don't dance. So I'm not getting a DJ to play music for dudes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why am I playing music for you? And I know you ain't gonna dance, but yeah, I get the DJs that get girls on the floor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know the dudes that do dance will get, but anyway. So I asked dude for the microphone. I'm like, DJ, give me the microphone. And he like, what you gonna do? I'm like, I'm paying you and him, and you asking me what I'm gonna do in this building that I'm renting, bro. So I get the microphone, and I shout out my man, the dude that was the star or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, and y'all know who it is because y'all used to see him on BET a lot. If y'all used to watch Rap City and all that stuff, yo, he used to be on Rap City all the time. I think I know you're talking about the DJ. No, I'm talking about the dude. He was a solo artist at the time. Yeah, he was in a group. And then he was a solo artist, and he had all these dope songs on the radio in the 90s and whatever.
Why do I feel like I know who? But I don't know. I don't know. You say you're not gonna say it, so I don't know.
I ain't gonna say his name because he don't deserve no credit because our experience was not that good.
But
it was strictly business.
I'm not asking for nothing. No, is he from Jersey?
No, he is from. He's from Long Island.
Oh.
Yeah.
I used to live in Long Island. Okay. I could take a few guesses. Okay. All right.
Yeah, he was, but anyway, so the dude, he rocked the party, right? But I got the microphone and I bring him up and I shout him out, yo, y'all do something. And I got dudes, I got dudes taking money out their pocket and throwing it because I got this, no lie. So this, and I'm gonna get back to the Knicks talk, but this is what I want to get to about the star chasing thing. AD, I see you.
My guy, AD, what up? What up, chat?
So what I was getting at is I used to take money out of my pocket like a $20 bill and just throw it at the artist on stage, right? So I brought the dude up, you know what I'm saying? I brought the dude up. I'm like, yo, do such and such and such, on the mic. And I got dudes going in their pocket, crumbling up 20s and throwing it at the dude on stage. And he trying to be all hard, like, y'all throwing money at me, son, you know what I'm saying? He bending down, picking up money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so anyway, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm getting you tips and stuff. These dudes are throwing you cash, bro. These dudes is broke. These dudes work in the cubicle like me. You know what I'm saying? But they, you know what I'm saying, showing you. But anyway, so he was mad dry with that, right? So anyway, at the end of the joint, my homeboy was like, yo, why don't you shout us out? That way, when we go to the party, we can play the shout out from you in our next party. The dude didn't do it. The dude wouldn't do it. AD, what's good?
Good morning, brother.
What's good?
Good morning. So, what up? What it do, brother?
AD, the dude wouldn't even shout us out. We paid him, got him tips, paid for his hotel, paid for all his eating, paid for all his drinks for his homeboys, and in return, we asked him to shout us out so that we can record it and play it at our next party, and he wouldn't. That's why I'm telling you, I am against star chasing. Because I chased a star, did all these things to accommodate, bro, and I broke even. I was at the exact spot I was before I got the star.
So let me ask, Freeze. You wouldn't be against it if it obviously if it worked, like if it benefited both parties pretty much. But if you didn't have to give up so much for the star, you wouldn't be against it, right?
Well, it'd have to be you have to look at the cost benefit analysis, right? Like I know a ton of people, right? I know a lot of people, and sometimes I'm embarrassed about how many people I know. I mean, I get embarrassed by it because it's like you go somewhere and everybody be like, "Hey, Uncle Freezy," and you be like, "Dang, you can't hardly go nowhere." Like I can't take Miss Smoker nowhere, and people don't know us. That's not always a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you just want to be girlfriend and boyfriend or whatever, or husband and wife or whatever. You just want to go somewhere and just be regular people. And everybody like, "Hey, Uncle Freezy, what's good?" Blah, blah, blah. And Miss Mocha be like, "We're going to have to move, or we're going to have to go somewhere," because everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's not always a good thing. It's a good thing a lot of the times, but it's not always a good thing. And so in the cost-benefit analysis, it's be like, Cully doing the joint, and I'm going to be on it. A lot of people going to listen to it because I'm on it. Even though Cully dope, I'm whack. But people going to listen to it because Uncle Freezy on it. So Cully, like, a lot more people going to listen to it, but Uncle Freezy whack. Is it worth me putting my name on it? You know what I'm saying? Is it worth it just to get more people to listen? You know what I'm saying? So Cully be like, "Yo, Uncle Freezy, I'm going to pass on this one. It ain't nothing personal. But, some of this stuff is forever." You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I want to put my name on something that I know ain't going to be up to my standard. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I feel you because you're an artist, and this is artists are sensitive about their work, and with me, I'm just coming to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm just coming to have, you know what I'm saying? So, but AD, that's the reason why I don't star chase, because at the end of the day, you give up a lot of resources, right? And then when the party is over, you right back at the place where you started at.
Crazy. Sometimes, and I'm gonna use your party analogy, right? And the people you said who've come up to you over the years, please, you remember that party? Remember that? Da, 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 da. You're like, yeah, I threw it. I was there.
Right.
You know what I mean? It meant so much to those people, you know, however many there was that, and we've talked about this before with music and so forth, and how you can track a good time in your life.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
And you're gun shy about to start chasing because it hasn't worked out for previous regimes.
Right.
You're always coming back to the point with me as AD, this is a new regime.
Right.
So if it's a new regime, then you got to be consistent with, if they want to start chase a little bit, and I'm not talking about full-fledged 10 new mercenaries. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a head of the snake, the tail of the snake, and somewhere in the middle. We don't know if we don't have none of those parts yet. We got some of the body of the snake, but we don't have the most important pieces. As of today, we can't comfortably say we have that. So for us to try and improve via draft, via free agency, via trade, we hustling backwards. We can't be afraid. That's just my thing when I hear, and yesterday, you know, we kind of got off on a little tangent yesterday, with other folks or whatever, and it's never no disrespect to anybody, you know what I'm saying? Because we always appreciate and love, and love another person's opinion and so forth.
And the conversation, yeah.
You know, and I sound like Super Soul Brother #1 right now. But
Soul Brother.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like at some point in time, we have to win. You're a military guy. You've learned military strategies. When they've shown you things as far as you won't always have the upper hand, but we need to go take that position.
Right.
Am I correct? I'm not a military man, right?
No. I feel you in your line of thinking. Right. I do. I understand where you're coming from. I understand the point of reference and the perspective. Because for one that has a point of reference, you know what I'm saying? You like that right there makes sense on a lot of different levels. But when you look at it and say with a different perspective, when you look at it differently and take into account all the factors that are in play, you can say, well, you know what, let's try this again, because all the principles that were involved then are not involved now. It's a new day. And you can't say that just because it happened that way with those guys means it's going to happen that way with these guys. I understand all of that stuff, bro. But what I'm saying is the juice worth the squeeze? Now, if the juice is worth the squeeze, then by all means. Because if the juice is worth the squeeze, that means we can literally be in a position where we can contend for a championship right away. Right? But I don't know if going out and getting a guy like a Damian Lillard gets us there. If it was a situation where we could get a Anthony Davis, a LeBron, Steph Curry type, then I would say, listen, all the research, I'd be like, damn the torpedoes. What are we saving torpedoes for? What are we saving missiles for? For nothing. I'm not saving anything. Let's go get that guy that has won a championship or at least been at the summit, where even if he couldn't get to the summit by himself, he could at least go get the reinforcements that we tasked to help him to help us get back to the summit. so that we can get back to that place and hopefully win a championship. Because once you win a championship, you're a champion forever, right? Like I say, if we win the championship in 2021, we will, or I'm sorry, not 2021, but 2022, we will always be the 2022 NBA champs, right?
Right.
Nobody can take that away from us, right? But what can be taken away from us is the resources that we spent to get a guy, and we failed to get that. That's the reason why I'm saying you have to do the cost-benefit analysis. Like, I didn't do that when I got my guy to rock the party, because he rocked AD. Listen, he rocked the party. It was so many people in the AD. Listen, it was so many people in the party. I went outside to get air, and there was an after party outside in front of the door. It was an after party right there while the party was still going on. So mind you, the place that I live, I don't live in a big town, right? It's like 100,000 people. You know what I'm saying? But it's not, don't get it twisted. It's not Manhattan, right? It's not your spots in Brooklyn, right? Well, it's about 100,000, 120,000 people. But bro, to have a party and like you letting 1,000 people in, and it's like 200 people outside. And those numbers don't sound big, right? Until you in it. You're like, it's 1,000 people in here? You know what I'm saying? I had the party at the library. I had to have the party at the local library because it was so many people, right? But the thing is, after doing all that stuff, financially, I didn't get the comeuppance. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm getting. What I'm getting at. My thing, I threw the party because I wanted to make money. I didn't throw the party so that I could get a bigger reputation. That's not what I do that stuff for. I do, bro. I be about that bread. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know. So when I threw the party, it was about having a good time and all this stuff. And all my homeboys, like what I would do is like, because you have your own little area where you can go and chill for a few minutes. But for me, the party would still work. But I still had my little section. So I have a section. And I would have my people like AD would be up there, Rob the Nick would be up there, Cully would be up there, and it'd be like our little secret spot where we can look down at the party and then still enjoy ourselves, right? Whatever AD was enjoying, I have the waitress like, hey, make sure you keep AD straight, right? I don't want to see AD with a dry glass all night. And she's like, you trying to get him drunk? No. What I'm saying
that's rosé and cranberry juice on the side, just for those who need to know.
Your glass better not be dry. That's all I said. So, but yeah, man, we in the little cigar. I call it the bird's nest. So we be in the bird's nest. You know what I'm saying? So like, look at my man. You know what I'm saying? We just enjoying the party, and that's where you have like the side. You know how you have the sidebar conversations. Those were those to be at. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, my point to it all is this. When you go after the star, right? When you go after the star, you have to be absolutely certain you can get to the summit, right? Because paying all the resources to get close by the summit is not good enough, right? To pay all those resources to get an earshot of the summit, like I think that's the summit up there. That's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? You got that when you pay.
Do you trust this management though? You see, and from previous conversations, you told me yes.
Yes.
You trust this management.
Yes.
So if this management decides to go star chasing, do you then lose your trust? Because you oppose what they're doing in theory?
What I'm saying is I trust the organization. I don't trust the market is what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because on the market, there are plenty of players, right? But there is no combination of players, I think, that if you add them based on the amount of assets you spend, that it gets us close enough to win a championship, is what I'm getting at.
Now, I disagree with that point a bit, and I disagree with that.
Hey, I'm gonna use the restroom right quick. I'll be right back.
All right, Cole, it's me and you. Let's
Just
chop
me
it,
and you,
baby.
brother.
I disagree with Freezy's point a bit because when I first came on this show and me and Freezy and stuff was talking, you know, a lot of our, you know, feelings and so forth was like, we want this championship today, you know, tomorrow. As time is kind of going on a little bit and we went through a season, Freezy is kind of changing that stance a little bit on me now. It ain't by all means necessary anymore. We're not in the window with the 8K, you know, looking to clip to get these deals. And that's what a reasonably successful season can do for you. All of a sudden now we don't know. We don't know if this guy can match with that guy. We don't know. Detroit didn't know that Chauncey Billups, after going on 7 or 8 different teams, could be the head of the snake.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But they put pieces together. Who was their big star catch? Rasheed Wallace. Rasheed Wallace was a part of the body. Maybe
Well, they
even
did have
tail.
one. They had one drafted guy, Tayshaun Prince. But go ahead.
Okay, and they had a drafted guy, right? And let's not talk about the wasted draft pick that they made for a guy that never
Darko, yeah.
right? That they never did anything. But are they going to trade their championship just because they could have had Carmelo Anthony?
No.
Hell no. Why would you? You understand what I'm saying? So if we say we're going to trust this management, and I'm not saying that, I need to see some more stuff. But if Freezy's saying we're going to trust this management, and other guys out there saying we're going to trust this management, if they do something that's not to your liking, you just lose trust all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? If they bring in a Spencer Dinwiddie, what? They don't know what they're doing? If they bring in a Powell, they don't know what they're doing? They somehow offer CP3 a 3-year, $100 million deal. They don't know what they're doing? You understand what I'm saying? We can't say trust the process only in an event that they agree with our terms of the process.
Right.
You feel me? So that's why I need to see more evidence from this management team for me to jump on and say, well, okay, you have my trust. I don't know yet.
Right.
You could do something about that. You could do something about that this summer. Make me more trustworthy. Show me something. Show Knicks fans.
So you're saying that they could find guys on the market for sure?
Absolutely. It wasn't like, remember coming into while we were deep in the pandemic, and we still are, so people still out there, be safe, you know, little sidebar.
Right.
Facts.
We heard about AD free agent. This one was a free agent. That was a free agent. By the time before the season even started, all of those big names that we heard in 2021, gone.
Right.
Paul George. Clippers came out of nowhere, gave him $190 million. I'm sure he was shocked. AD gone. What's my man down in with the Pelicans? He signed the big restricted free agent contract. A lot of these guys, all of a sudden,
Ingram, right? Ingram, yeah.
Ingram. All of a sudden, these guys were gone, and then it gives us the mantra again. Well, 2022.
No, I see what you're saying, because there was a lot of guys the Knicks was eyeing, and they was just like, I remember the Knicks wanted Gallinari, they wanted Bogey on the Hawks. Knicks did want some guys, but they wasn't. I feel like I don't know if the Knicks was aggressive enough. I don't know what it was. I mean, I remember they wanted Hayward. Knicks wanted a lot of guys that they couldn't get them, and they just couldn't get them. And I just feel like
you can want, but as one of my earliest conversations with my main man, Uncle Freezy, when Janet Jackson was in his face, He's about to shoot your shot. Yes.
Yeah, I spit my game, bro.
Right.
Yo,
you Uncle Frank.
right? Because I was like what I told Janet, right? This is once in a lifetime for both of us.
Bang.
Mm-hmm.
Bang.
Shoot, I'd have shot my shot at Janet Jackson.
Yeah, I had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to, you know what I'm saying, stop the holler and pop my collar. I had to, you know what I'm saying, to do my, you know what I'm saying? She didn't know. She could have been, she could have, now listen, I got the right person, but you know what I'm saying?
See, somebody in the chat said, my guy Nick for Life said, a lot of those guys you will be, what someone else said, and someone Civilized said, those guys will be in wheelchairs, basically saying that there's a lot of old stars. They was talking about it for a while in the chat. They're saying, there's a lot of older, Udoka, whatever.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
I forgot about that. Tristan Thompson on the team too. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, it's a lot of older stars. You know what I'm saying? Like I see what the guys are saying. Like, is it worth it? I mean, because my thing is, I feel like the only guys worth it at this point that's free agents that would be is probably like a guy like AD, LeBron, like those. I feel like the guys you said, AD, like those guys would be worth it to me, but they're not available yet. Those are the only guys I think I would like just give the farm for. I don't want to say give the farm for, but I would say I would chase them. I don't know if I want to chase Lillard. I don't know. It's worth it. Don't get me wrong. It's worth it. But will we still have the resources? That's all I fear. I just fear it'll be like a Carmelo Anthony situation. That's all I fear.
Right.
Remember the year we brought in Noah? What was the shooting guard that we had that we traded?
Courtney Lee.
Derrick Rose, yeah. We traded Jerry and Grant.
We bought Rose that first time.
Yeah.
Right? We spent all this money. We're still paying Noah.
Right.
Which I think he's on the book for one more year, or maybe he's just coming off this year. Right? Paying him for 5 years. Okay? It hurts. The management team went after the wrong players, and they just rushed in to put some pieces around KP because they thought, well, he needs some seasoning. Melo, got to keep Melo happy and whatever. That's a botched job.
Right. You
understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. I'm saying, pluck you a piece here. If some particular reason Kawhi Leonard decides to want to give you an audience, are you not taking his phone call?
Of course.
Of course you got to.
You got to.
You got to. You know what I'm saying? And if you take his phone call, what? You're not gonna shoot your shot? You just want to talk, you want to be on the phone just so I can hear each other breathe?
Nah, man. Nah, AD, I think what it is though, what I'm saying is, what I'm getting at is this, like, if you want to go all in, right? If you are in a position where you want to go all in, what I'm saying is just get the right actors on that's in the marketplace. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying get the right ones. That's
all I fear. Yeah, that's all I fear is them.
That's what I'm saying. Like don't get a weird like AD. You might remember this, right? But you remember in the 82-83 season, the Sixers put together a team and they had one goal in mind, right? Their mindset, the Sixers mindset was win a ring for Dr. J. Remember that? Yep. That's the reason why they got Moses Malone and a whole bunch of other guys.
Moses Malone.
And those dudes, they played together. Yep, because they was like, yo, we gonna win this ring for Dr. J. Right? They had a common goal. Those dudes came from other NBA teams to play for the Sixers so they can get Dr. J a ring. Right? Now, if that's going to be a type of mindset or mantra going forward where everybody is buying in, then I could co-sign that. Like, for instance, when the Miami Heat signed LeBron James, Chris Bosh, Ray Allen, and I forget who it is, Birdman, and somebody else. There's somebody else.
Miller.
Mike Miller. They traded
George Cole, Chalmers. Go ahead.
Yeah, they traded away The left-handed Melo. We remember the dude said he was a left-handed Melo.
Mike Beasley.
Yeah. They traded away to Mike Beasley because they like he not gonna buy into this. But they brought together a team to be a dynasty. They was like, our goal is to be an NBA dynasty starting today. Right? They was like, our goal is to be a dynasty starting today. We're not using draft picks. We don't care about draft picks. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to cap, so we don't care about cap space. All we care about championships, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. Y'all remember that? That's what they said.
Yep.
Right? So if the Knicks mindset is to win a championship, if everybody that's coming aboard is in that mindset to do that, then I'm with it. Right? Then I'm with it. If you remember the Lakers of the early 80s, the bumbling Lakers, Tragic Johnson, and all of them, they got, man, Bob McAdoo was a former league MVP.
Absolutely.
Right? For another team. He came off the bench for them. Yep. Michael Thompson was the #1 pick. He had a son that will go on to play in the NBA for the Golden State Warriors. He came off the bench for the Lakers, right? Michael Cooper Loop should have been Cooper Loop should have been starting for any other team, right? But he came off the bench for the Lakers. They had a goon that we all know loved the triangle and Phil Jackson. He wore glasses. Kurt Rambis came off the bench for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They were like, yo, we hate the Celtics. All of them, they hate the Celtics. So they got together and like, we're going to beat the Celtics in the finals. We're going to beat the Celtics in the championship. Right? People sacrifice roles. Bob McAdoo could score about 28 points a game. But for the Lakers, all he needed was about 16. He was like, yo, I'm going to give y'all these 16, but y'all better let me shoot when I get in the game. Ain't no offense. When I get in the game, y'all give me the ball and get out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if the Knicks are able to formulate some kind of mantra or something like that, some kind of goal, then I'm with it. By all means.
So people in the chat said, remember the Miami already had stars to play with. We don't have none of that. Which they got a point.
Yeah.
We don't have stars, but we have some bricks. We got a couple of bricks.
We have some.
I don't want to. I don't want to be. You know, I'm sure people have heard me move on Randall. That's because I want to get better. But can I sit here and be like, Randall is trash? No, I could never ever say that. Not a man who did 720 and who's now second team All NBA.
Right.
You know, obviously he put the work in. So can you see yourself building a piece with Randall? Yeah. I just can't see him being the lead piece.
Yeah, he's not the piece. He's a piece. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's a piece to a building situation, not the piece. He's not the one. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And if it carries on his work ethic, which I can't see why. You know, he's an old country boy. You know, trying to improve his game. After every game, they're looking for a gym, him, RJ, and whatever. You want to bring in pieces that, they like that stuff. You know what I mean? They ain't trying to go to the club every city.
Right.
They want to get their shots in. They want to get their shots up.
Right.
These are your backline people to find those things out. Your Worldwide West, your Bryant, your this, your that, to identify, this kid right here, all he does is eat, sleep, and think basketball.
Right.
You know, this is all he's about. We're gonna put those pieces similar to how those 90s teams put those pieces around Ewing. Those pieces aren't the most talented pieces, but they had one common thing, and they worked hard, and they would fight.
Right. That's the last star I can remember for the Knicks. One of them. Before Melo.
You know, that's just it. You know what I'm saying? When you John Starks, and you saved your spot, you're about to get cut. You saved your spot because why? Somebody noticed you tried to dunk on Beast.
Right. Right.
Like,
Right.
Nobody tried to dunk on Beast in 5 years. Who is
Right.
this? Who is this?
In practice too. In practice too.
And who is this Safeway dude trying to dunk on Beast?
Right. Right.
No. Gotta look at him again now. We can't cut him right now.
Right.
Let's give him 10 more days.
Right.
Right?
Okay, so
he's not a star, but he's a star in our hearts for those who love those days.
Right. No doubt. Right. Hey, and so I agree with what you and I gotta get out of it because I got somebody coming here to do repairs. So I gotta get out of here, man. But I'm gonna talk to G-Man for Life to see if we could still do the pod couple. Today I got some bad news from
I need to ask you, how is that show? And this is no hate on them, my brothers. You know, G-Man for Life, my main man, Picnic Kev. You know what I'm saying? How is that show going to last more than 20 minutes with both of them insulting each other every 2 minutes?
Right. I don't know.
That's still gonna be a long show, man.
I've literally seen G-Man for Life insult Kevin a whole show.
Straight. Get on.
Kevin can't take it anymore. Kevin's like, you know what? Bump this. You know, you ain't take your Geritol tablets. You ain't do this. You ain't do that. Da, 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 da. Like,
Right.
when we gonna talk about some Knicks and some sports thing here? And I've seen them do it.
Right. It's gonna be up to the chat. It's gonna be up to
Right.
the chat to keep them on cue.
Yeah, man. It's funny because when I looked at the Odd Couple intro, the Odd Couple intro is, can these two men live together without driving each other crazy?
Yeah. Classic TV right there.
Right.
Classic
And
TV.
as soon as I heard, I was like, that's G-Man for Life and Cornerstone Cab, the pod couple. The pod couple. Yeah,
Is
man.
it on today? Is the first show today?
It's scheduled for 6:30. I got a message from Cornerstone Cab. I got to check it out.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna get with them and see if we still a go. But anyway, let me. I don't want to commit to yes or no. But what I will say is it's scheduled. But I gotta go. I got somebody here to do some repairs and stuff. I'm gonna holler at y'all.
All right, y'all. I'll look out for the show later. Cully, you already know what it is. Knicks family for life.
Knicks family for life. Y'all
Yes,
be
sir.
easy.
Yes, sir. Y'all
Catch
stay
y'all
safe,
later.
Blorange Tears family. We'll holler.